Hi, my name is Timothy Holloway. I'm an author and filmmaker, and I am the writer of the science fiction novel Peril. Welcome to this edition of Peril Characters, a Closer Look, part one of our three-part series. In this episode, as the title suggests, we're going to take a closer look at our characters and their motivations and abilities. So let's start off with our lead character, the protagonist of our story, Vanessa Baines. Our main character and protagonist in Peril is Vanessa Baines. She's a very interesting character. She's ambitious, tenacious, very strong-willed. Vanessa comes from a military and scientific background. She spent most of her life and dedicated her future to coming up with a solution to solve Earth's ecological problems. But her military obligations and career has oftentimes led her off-world to serve as a lieutenant on these away missions to distant planets for terraforming operations. She finally decides to settle down and have a child with her husband, and it's at that moment when she's tapped to become a captain for an away mission to collect this ore to finish the Dyson sphere and the Earth shield. And so she's faced with a decision that she makes and she regrets, which is to terminate her pregnancy to go on this mission. This causes turmoil between her and her husband and ends her marriage. So in our story, she's seeking redemption for that choice while on this mission. Lieutenant Ricardo Cruz. He's the antagonist in Peril. We're introduced to him a little later in the story. I had a lot of fun writing his character. He's what I would call a dark character. He has a dark sense of humor. He's very intelligent. And once he has his cybernetic implants, he's very formidable physically. He's assigned to Vanessa Baines' crew and is very resentful that he wasn't promoted as captain and doesn't feel that Vanessa is qualified to lead the team. So he challenges her authority often. He goes from being sort of this wise guy to the one person in the team that openly questions Vanessa's decision and ultimately becomes her nemesis when mayhem ensues on MV-5L6. He turns on the crew in order to save himself once problems begin on this mission. The crew of the deep space mining ship, the Decima, are an unruly, cocky bunch. They are a highly trained military unit. Their specialties include biochemical analysis, aviation, terraforming, and robotics. They're basically badasses. They all have, with the exception of Commander Reed, who's like a father figure to Vanessa Baines, are a little hesitant about following her command. They all served together under another captain before he stepped down. They believe that one of them should have been promoted as captain to lead the mission to MV-5L6. In preparation for the mission, some of the crew have undergone a ritualistic procedure which is in connection to phantomism. They have altered themselves surgically with bionic cybernetic implants to make them more efficient on the mission and stay in accordance with their beliefs. However, none of their training or physical attributes could prepare them for the horror that awaits them on MV-5L6. Well, thank you for joining me for this episode of Peril's Characters, a Closer Look, Part 1. I hope you'll join me for Part 2 and 3, where I'll discuss the alien mist creatures, their masters, the Shingela Torres, the Holy Mystagogues, the Seer, the Internet of the 22nd century, and our ancient ancestors. For now, that's it. And as the Holy Mystagogues say in my book, go with infinite knowledge.